Hey there boys and girls, Lucky here and welcome back to another Battlefield 5 video. Today we're gonna talk about, you guessed it right, Battle Royale and what we saw from the last Battlefield 5 trailer. So in case you haven't seen it, I might put a clip in here, but otherwise just go check it out, it's a great trailer. And towards the end of that, we saw what is probably supposed to be the Battle Royale mode of Battlefield 5. To sum it up, we saw tanks moving, we saw a couple soldiers running around, and there was this huge circle of fire all around that was closing in on the people in the middle, which is supposed to be like the death zone. So I have a couple of thoughts on that. So I already made a Battle Royale, Battlefield 5 anticipation, guesses, blah blah video that I'll link here somewhere so you can check that out as well. But in theory I thought that Battlefield is a good in-between of what we have with PUBG as well as with Fortnite. I think it closes the gap somewhat. You got like some minor modifications and destruction, of course, also with Battlefield that you can also have with Fortnite, but of course the gunplay is leaning more towards, I'd say, PUBG, because you got travel time, you got bullet drop, all of that stuff. So just from gameplay mechanics overall, I think Battlefield 5 could really neatly actually position itself right in between Fortnite and PUBG. So whenever you play one and one is too cartoony or one is too, I don't know, too realistic or too buggy for you, you can just move on to the other one. And of course the big thing with Battlefield is always vehicles, and we saw a tank moving. So how is that supposed to work? Of course in PUBG you also have vehicles, you can drive around in a buggy or something like that, or with a motorcycle, you get that. However, a tank, that's a little bit of a different story. Like, I suppose that either the tank is extremely hard to actually get moving, so you need to find all the parts and stuff like that until you can actually move it, or that there will be enough anti-tank material weapons throughout the map so that you actually stand a chance against an armored vehicle. Because let's be honest, if you are there and you got your assault rifle or your sniper rifle and there's a tank in front of you, yeah, that's not gonna end well. So I really hope that they will balance this somehow, either by making it really hard to get, which I do not like a lot, but maybe even better if they put enough anti-tank weapons throughout the map so that you can actually fight against it, because otherwise it's really just like luck, I suppose. Like, who has the better landing spot and lands closer towards the tank, or maybe the tank only works for one circle and then the fuel runs out, something like that, I don't know. There are many ways how they could go about that. Now, the other thing that I thought about when I actually saw the trailer was, of course, the huge circle of fire that's closing in. And the thing with that is that I think, well, first of all, I like the idea, it's cool. But from a gameplay perspective, I'm not quite sure if that would actually work out quite so well. I mean, it definitely looks epic. However, when you have this huge fire wall, like, behind you, I think that it might be hard to actually like concentrate on the game, so I'm not completely sure if the huge firewall is only when the circle is closing in, and other times there's just like fire, and I assume that you actually cannot go outside the zone. So I think you always have to be inside, otherwise you'll just burn to death. I think that's like another spin that they might be putting on Battle Royale. I think this could actually be something that they are implementing with their game to make it a little bit more unique, and I think this would probably make sense. I guess we have to wait and see. I'm not completely sure on that one yet, but that's probably how I think it will turn out. Now back to the gunplay really quickly. As I said before in my other video about Battle Royale for Battlefield 5, is that, of course, with like the spare ammo and just the overall WW2 theme, this usually fits a Battle Royale mode in my opinion quite well, because you do not have like lots of loot or ammo and stuff like that. Like, every utility, every type of equipment is very scarce, so you really have to make the best of what you get or got. So I think this really can actually also push the gameplay very well into that Battle Royale niche, where it's really all about survival and just making the best use of whatever you can find, basically. But yeah, that wraps up my thoughts about the Battlefield 5 Battle Royale mode. Let me know what you think or might have seen within the trailer towards the end of it, where you saw the probably or presumably Battle Royale mode, and what you might expect, just judging by what you saw in there, or just in general, of course, as well. But thanks for watching for now, I hope you enjoyed the video, and LuckySkillFaker out.